here's the thing, Ron. I don't think I talk about any music ever. Hello and welcome to Lexx Education, the comedy science podcast where we never talk about music. It's the comedy science podcast where comedian me, Laura Lexx, tries to learn science from her nerdy, normal younger brother, Ron.
No, you do talk about music sometimes. It's either nostalgic music, children's music, or every now and again you get into one of the pop girlies with a really sort of mumsy, I'm taking my backpack to the concert vibe.
Hey, Ron, I would never go to a concert, so let's not throw that mud at me. Concerts just seem like too much effort. Concerts, gigs, whatever you call them.
The type of music you listen to would be concerts.
Yeah. Well, the reason we're having this discussion is because I was listening to Pearl Jam. Would that be a Pearl Jam concert?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because it's an arena. You wouldn't say like if it's happening in an arena, it's not a gig.
No, that's true. I don't think they'd still sell out an arena, would they? I don't really know anything about Pearl Jam.
Pearl Jam.
I've been listening to a lot of music while I've been away. This is the thing, Ron. I think as my brain is so full of thoughts, I've just for the first time in my life not listened to audiobooks or podcasts when I've been out and about. I've downloaded a load of music and I've been listening to that. And it's really weird.
I think I associate listening to too many podcasts with episodes of Bad Mental Health.
Well, that's my whole life.
Yeah.
I exclusively listen to podcasts and audiobooks.
I find it doesn't give me enough time to think.
Yeah, that's what I like about it. Yeah. But then while I've been here, I don't know if I'm happier or just busy. I don't know, but I haven't listened to audiobooks or podcasts. Well, I did a bit in Adelaide, but I listened to it in quite a, like I'd go for an hour and a half walk and listen to stuff. Whereas there was something about Melbourne, it was so busy, the streets were just busy all the time, and it was just busy, and I just didn't want audiobooks on. I suppose I watched more TV back in the flat in Melbourne. So I was watching TV at home and then I'd put music on when I went out, whereas in Adelaide I didn't really watch any TV. I just would listen to an audiobook or something sitting about watching the sky.
And you're strolling around listening to Pearl Jam.
Yeah.
Who are, as recently as 2025 selling out arenas such as Rogers Arena, PGG Paints Arena, and Bridgestone Arena.
I wish arenas weren't just named after sponsors.
Yeah.
It's so depressing. I really remember when the Millennium Dome became called the O2 and it felt so gross and weird. Like, what, we're just going to call it after a phone company. Like, what? And now it's just everything's like that. And you're just like, ugh. I
guess to me it's always been the O2, so.
Yeah. No, it was the Millennium Dome when I was a kid because I remember there was a school trip to go and visit it, but not everyone could go, and I was in the group that couldn't go. So I didn't get to go. I went to that weird classroom in the corner near the music area, but that was like a not music room at Bishop Fox's, and we hung out there for the day.
I know where the music room was.
Yeah, right. So you know that corner of the courtyard, and the music was down that corridor.
Yeah.
But there was one room on the end that looked out into the courtyard that was like a breakout room for kids that couldn't concentrate or something.
That was where the SEN kids were, because I was an SEN prefect, and that's where we helped them with their homework.
Yeah, so I hung out there for the day.
Helped them with our homework. We put them to work.
It was a workhouse for prefects. That was the closest our school got to being like a private school, wasn't it? Yeah. Hung out there for the day. I can't remember the name of the teacher that we were put with for the day. She was quite nice, though. I think she was the SEN teacher.
Were you just an SEN people?
Maybe.
I actually went there quite a lot. Prefects used to help me with my homework.
Every Wednesday, they told me the rest of the class were going back to the Millennium Dome. And I went there.
When I became a prefect, they put me on a rotation around the school with my ex-girlfriend. I think because they were like, well, they're friends. So,
yeah.
And then friend of the podcast, Noah, was head boy. And he saw this and was like, oh, no. Ron really wants to be an SEN prefect to get me out of that awkward pairing for like a year and a bit, which was really nice. Apart from being an SEM prefect was so much fucking work.
Yeah.
Like every single morning you had to go do stuff, and then like 1 or 2 lunchtimes a week you were helping people. Whereas like if you were a normal prefect, it was like every now and again you just kind of did a lap of the school and make sure there was no nonsense in the hallways.
Like, I think, was it like corridor duty? Like you'd have
Corridor
a corridor
duty,
that
yeah.
like once a week you'd like stand in that corridor and...
Well, because when you're an SEM prefect, you had to help the kids out, and you had to do corridor duty by the SEN room.
Oh, that's a lot of work. And that was a good corridor to go in, that music one. Cause
Yeah, you had to always kick people out.
End.
But actually,
Yeah.
no, if you liked them, you just hang out with them there while you're on corridor duty. But
Yeah. My corridor that I used to have to do it in was that one over, you know, if you'd been on the hard court or in the field and then you came in across the pond on the back entrance into that bit and you were sort of downstairs from the humanities bit round the back.
yeah, I know. Nearer the pond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like under the history department. I can't remember what was on the ground floor around there.
Languages, at least when I was there.
Okay. Yeah, that would be why I never went there. Didn't do a language, did I? No, I must have done. Yeah, can't remember. It was so long ago, Ron.
Yeah.
25 years ago.
It'd be weird to go back.
Yeah, I don't think I've been back since I left.
I have a friend who works there now. And it's just like, whoa, you are going to spend so much of your life just in this building.
I sent them a letter once because I got an email or something, and they were like, "We're trying to like make a bit of a board of what alumni are doing now," and I felt really like gross and up my own arse about it. But I did send a letter going like, "I got out of Somerset and I'm a comedian now." Like, I don't know if that's helpful, but you know, I didn't know anybody from...
Did you know you're like one of the 4 people listed on the school's Wikipedia page?
No, I didn't know that. I've never looked at the school's Wikipedia page.
Yeah, because I found this out weirdly on my 30th birthday because we were just talking about who Bishop Fox was and why the school was called that, because it's obviously a weird name for a school. And then I was like, oh, that's my sister. She's on this page.
Oh, yeah, look. Winifred Hector, a nurse and textbook author. Jack Leach, an England cricketer. Oh, he must be current then. Very... and Mary Sansom, an operatic soprano.
Yeah, you're 3 out of 4. You're above the operatic soprano.
Yeah, all right. Does Jack Leach still play then? Born in Taunton. Yeah, all right. Made his test debut in 2018. Get on, Jack Leach. Sporadic appearances for England from 2018 to 2021. All right, mate.
Opened by John Major in 94.
What our school was?
Yeah.
Or Jack Leach was. No, that's dark. That's very dark. Did it only open in 1994?
Well, the place that the building that we went to, because remember the whole reason why we went to that school is because it used to be a lot closer to our house, and then they moved the school, but we remained in the catchment area, and for some reason we were shipped across town to that school, even though they were much closer,
that's
likely better schools.
Ladymead was trash.
Yeah, but what about, was it Kingsmead?
I looked round Kingsmead and I didn't want to go there.
All the friends I ended up having at college went to Kingsmead.
Yeah, Kingsmead, I think, was technically a better school. I remember looking around it and thinking, like, actually, I know what put me off. There were no corridors. To get to other classes, you had to walk through all the classes, and I thought that was weird, and I didn't want to go there, which is why you shouldn't let a 10-year-old choose their secondary education.
That's also mental. That's not how buildings work. That shouldn't be how it is.
That is how it was.
Yeah, I'm not disputing that. I'm just saying that isn't how it should be.
Yeah, well... Miss Tonkins, the head teacher there now.
Yeah.
That's great. She was a great teacher. She was geography for me.
I never had her.
Ah, great. She was just great. She was fun. She was interesting. She made things interesting. Well done, Kerry Tonkin. Oh no, what just happened?
Oh, the teabag Beth.
Oh no, he's got grit mouth. Do you need to go and have a wash?
It wasn't so bad. Oh, God, that was awful. That's the second time that's happened to me in like 12 hours.
Ron, what's going on with your mouth? Just to say, as I don't think we've mentioned this on the podcast, we know and are sorry that we owe you 2 Patreon episodes. What's happening is it's very, very hard working these out with the Australian time difference. And we didn't want to do a bad eggathon. And then it was too hard to get 2 records in last week. And this week is going to be the same because of how many shows I'm doing. It's quite frankly stupid. But I get back to the UK the day after you hear this episode go out. So we will catch up. We will just do Patreons back to back every week until we've caught up with the backlog, including an eggathon. So we do apologise for the delay in service, but you will get the episodes you're owed. And if you're not a patron and you're like, that doesn't affect me, it should affect you. Get on the Patreon. When we do it, it's really good.
It is really good. We're going to be carrying on with Gilmore Me Softly. We've got the Eggathon coming up. I'm going to teach Laura how to play chess.
You need to take someone off your Netflix account, though, Ron, so I don't keep having to get you to email to sign me back into it.
Not how it works anymore. That's just how it goes.
It's so annoying. I don't want to pay for Netflix.
It's so expensive.
Oh. Because I'm paying for Apple TV at the moment. I need to stop doing that. Stop it, Laura. Stop it.
The thing is, I'd love to stop Netflix because it's the one I use the least, but then it's the one I trade to other people for other logins.
Tradesies.
But HBO is so much better.
Yeah, I am interested in the HBO because I want to watch The Pit.
We got the HBO, so if you give us Apple TV, we'll give you HBO.
Yeah, all right, deal. Ooh.
And very recently, I accidentally have a Paramount subscription because I got a free trial so I could watch Twilight.
You wanted to watch Twilight?
Yeah, me and Judith hate watch Twilight sometimes. Well, we did once, like 5 years ago, and then we recently started redoing it. It's so bad. It's really funny.
I remember, I think I watched the first 1 or 2, and I was like, yeah, they're bad, but you know what? Fine. And then I put on one that starts with like petals and stuff everywhere or something, and I honestly thought it was a parody and turned it off and checked what I was watching and was like, no, what? And so I had to stop watching at that point.
I think they are honestly, it's like when a 5-year-old explains a game to you. And it's just like, and my boyfriend is a vampire, and he's like the best vampire, and he wanted to kill himself, but the boss vampires wouldn't let him because he's so special, and he loves me so much, and he's the fastest one, and he can run anywhere, and then I become a vampire, and then I am even faster than him, and then we have a baby, and that baby's the most powerful vampire. It's just like on and on and on like that. It's like, and the vampires was really cool and scary, but they don't kill people. He's a doctor. My boyfriend's daddy is a doctor. Just like, shut up. None of this would happen like this.
Yeah, that does sound pretty dense.
Yeah,
I just remember watching the whole thing and everybody was like, is it werewolf or vampire? Which one do you fancy? And I was like, can we circle back to her dad for a second? He is a stone cold, hottie, calm, capable dude.
Yeah, Jimmy's a fox, that's for sure.
Yeah. Big fan. I do understand. Last night, I randomly watched most of Titanic.
Oh.
Just because I was like, the TV here is weird. I'm in a new hotel now. I've moved to Brisbane. The TV's weird. And I couldn't get that to work. And then it was like, oh, you can cast from your phone onto the TV. But Apple TV, I think, can only cast to Apple TVs. Like, this is the second time you can't cast that. Super annoying. But Disney Plus would cast. And for some reason, Titanic just jumped out at me. And then I came to my senses and watched a really good documentary on Rommel's botched invasion of Egypt during the Second World War. I had a lovely evening. Although I started
watching Chernobyl last night.
Oh, the comedian that I'm touring with, Jimmy's watching Chernobyl. Every time he watches it, he goes, have you watched it? And I go, no, it sounds really bleak. And then the next day he's like, oh, it's been watching Chernobyl. Have you watched that? And I'm like, no, I think it's still bleak unless it turns out it had a really happy ending where everybody just liked radiation.
It is bleak and it is good. But it's like, usually in dramas you're watching it to find out what happens. And then obviously with Chernobyl, you know what happens. Although it does obviously start with the explosion, so then you sort of you find out. But then I made the mistake of googling how accurate it was, and then the summary was vibe wise pretty accurate. Events, people, things wise not so accurate. And then you're like,
Ah.
then what's what's the point? Because I know what happened. There's no mystery, and but I'm also not learning.
Yeah. Yeah, I watched Daniel Kitson do a work in progress the other day that I really enjoyed.
Oh, you love Kitson.
I do love Kitson, and he was here doing a work in progress, which was the most in progress and the least work I've ever seen anybody bring to the stage before. It was almost like he sort of stood there with purposefully nothing to say to see what he'd say under pressure in front of 250 people. So it's kind of amazing. He had a couple of bits that really jumped out that were really good, and then he's had a bit in there about going to see a film and watching the whole thing and sort of thinking like, oh, all right, you're like, yeah, this is pretty good, blah, 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 blah. And then getting home and Googling it like that to go like, okay, so, was that a true story? And then finding out it wasn't even based on a real story. Like, he didn't know why he thought it was, and then was just livid because it was just like, well, I didn't mind it when I thought it was based on a true story because all the boring and shit bits, I was like, well, it's what happened though, so I guess you have to finding that out, it's just like, well, I hate that movie now.
That's very funny.
Yeah. He had a brilliant bit in there. I don't know if I told you. No, I can't have done if I've only just told you I went to see him. He had a brilliant bit in there about really disliking like the social pressure to say love you at the end of every interaction. And this is an argument that me and Tom have semi-regularly because I just hate having to say I love you all the time. I find it annoying. And but he really needs that reinforcement all day at the end of every conversation. And Kitson had this bit about like it shouldn't be like a tool that you use to get yourself out the end of the awkward bit when you don't know how to say goodbye. It's a firework, not a penknife. And I like rang Tom and was just like, oh my God, like, blah, blah, blah. And then Tom was just like, listen, just because another comedian agrees with you does not make you right. It makes you both psychopaths.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's like you came back from Alcoholics Anonymous and it was like, this person loves booze as well. Why the fuck do I have to stop?
But I like the way he put it in there. It's like, yeah. Because then he was like, oh, so if you've said it like 15 times that day, what about those moments where it's just bursting out and you have to say it? Like, their only way for language to go is to add so much at the end of it. That's pathetic. Like, you've already used the top bit of language. And I was just like, dude, I've never agreed with anybody harder and faster. That's exactly how I feel.
Keep in your pants with Kitson.
He's very funny. He's just... And that's like the least funny I've seen him be. And I was just like, I'm quite happy to sit here and watch you wait to think of something to say. It's bizarre. I don't know, though, because that was a work in progress for a show that he's putting together for the autumn. And the autumn show, he was like, it's going to be built out of sound bites and snippets of music and poetry that I'm collecting and then working in. And I was like, ugh, that sounds gash.
Yeah.
But I am quite keen to like go and see what this work in progress develops into, if anything. Like, I don't suppose any of what I saw would fit in, but I don't want to sit through a weird soundscape of nonsense.
No, that sounds long.
Just do stand up for me.
Just do stand up, Daniel.
Daniel, don't you know my tastes run to just stand up, mate?
Don't eat the toast, Neil.
No. What else can we talk about? What else is happening?
Someone in the Discord was complaining that we're going through topics too slowly. well, actually, they were like, does it feel like it's a lot of biochemistry? And I was like, well, yeah, because we do about 2 sentences an episode.
I think I might be going to feed dolphins tomorrow, Ron.
Feed them what?
I don't know. Fish, I guess. What are dolphins? Fish. Bubbles? Crabs? Not the blue spiky things. They make the dolphins flicker in and out.
Yeah, I was gonna say, fish, but they're kind of too fast to see when they eat the fish, so that's not gonna be that satisfying.
Not jellyfish.
Maybe there'll be some like crystals that they can poke their noses at to get messages.
That would be really cool. Yeah. I don't know. I'll report back. I'll let you know how the dolphins go. We're getting a ferry tomorrow morning over to an island off the coast of Brisbane, and we're going for a holiday day before shows start again.
Oh, tomorrow I've got no plans.
Oh, do you want to come and feed some dolphins?
I don't know.
I don't think you'll get here in time, actually.
No. Why don't you change your flight and delay that, and then I'll be there in sort of a couple of months.
Well, how about next year, Ron? When I come back to do Australia next year, why don't you see if you can work from Australia, and then we can take with us, and you can look after her while I'm gigging.
No.
But you get a free holiday to Australia.
That's not a holiday. That's working in the day and providing free childcare at night.
All right, take annual leave.
No, thank you.
And anyway, you wouldn't be working in the day. You'd be working all night, Ron.
Yeah.
It's 11 hours ahead. Well, I have to come back next year. I can't do it once, otherwise it's been utterly pointless. I've got to come back next year and build on what I've made with my new tour.
Right, okay. You've not enjoyed it, though.
Pardon?
Okay. But you've not enjoyed it.
I have. I didn't like Melbourne. I had a great time for 6 weeks in Adelaide. And then, Melbourne was not my cup of tea. I didn't enjoy Melbourne very much. But now I'm back in Brisbane. I'm having a great time again.
Okay.
I just think I only want to tour to hot places. Melbourne was just like, woof, I might as well be in Edinburgh. What's the point? But the plan next year would be to do a slightly shorter run in Adelaide, because nobody needs to do that for 5 weeks. A short run in Melbourne, Brisbane, Canberra, Sydney, and then tack New Zealand on at the end. So kind of leave a bit later, but then just do like 2 weeks of New Zealand, because Yo-Yo will be toured in the UK by then, so I can take it on its Southern Hemisphere run.
Exciting.
Yeah. How good would that life be if I could just build up a life where I spend the first 6 months of the year in the Southern Hemisphere, and then once it all starts getting a bit nippy, back for a little British summer, maybe a little bit around Europe, and then, it's chilly, we've done Christmas, goodbye, back to Australia.
So you're moving to Australia?
No, just for like January to May.
And then back for Christmas?
And then back for the summer and autumn in the UK. So sort of spend like mid-May through to January in the UK. And then...
What about like your house, kid and dogs?
Well, my kid can come. I will homeschool her. She won't know much, but she can come. Maybe, I suppose Tom needs someone to live. He can live in the house. And I expect he'll get rid of the dogs if I'm not there very much.
Yeah. I don't mind helping out if the dogs are gone. That's fine.
Well, no, I can only really do that if Chado the podcast is coming with me.
Fair.
I don't want to spend this long away from her again. It's not fun.
No.
I do enjoy the text messages she sends me from the car, though, now that she can work Siri. Yesterday, she was just singing the alphabet, and Siri's interpretation of the alphabet was really making me laugh. It was very stupid. What did we get? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, Ellen in the Cura, S, T, W, action, Ryan, shared. Now you know my ABCs. Next time, Roxy, sing with me. And then that must be Tom. Amelia is trying to sing the alphabet, but Siri is very confused about what the words are when she does it all as, go on then, have another go, man. HIJKLNPQRSTFAWX, Ryan said. Now you know my ABCs next time, right? You're staying with me now.
Ryan Zed, it's a good name.
Yeah. Ryan Zed. Yeah. She sent a really cute voice note the other day saying, Mummy, I want to be a comedian and Daddy does too. And I was like, ugh, Daddy is one. Try not to. Don't phrase it like that around Daddy. Daddy doesn't want to be a comedian. Daddy is a comedian, sweetheart.
He's such a big daddy. Right, Laura.
Oh, big daddy.
We need to do some
Do
science.
we though? Why do we?
Because that's the format kind of shtick. of the podcast.
Ron though. I've got an idea. It's called not doing science. I've had such a nice day, Ron. I got myself a bus into town, and I tried to buy little sleep headphones so that when I get home...
Okay, then pitch me a new episode then.
I'm
always up for not doing science.
I tell you about my day.
I don't want to hear about your day. And I've gotten up early, started working early to make time for this.
Art that's on the wall in my hotel.
That's not art, that's a mess.
Describe this to the listener.
That is leftover wall filler that someone has scraped onto a disc.
On the back it says pink for oil on wood, Lisa Madigan.
Lisa Madigan, you're a hack.
I can't get that back on the wall now. That's going on the floor. There's a jacuzzi in my room, right? Because I'm a rock star on this tour.
No, pitch me a new episode.
No, and I got in the jacuzzi.
I don't want to hear about your day. I'm broadly uninterested.
This was yesterday.
That's still your day.
It was the evening. I don't really like having baths very often, but I was like, you're not going to knock out a jacuzzi bath, are you?
What an interesting
so
thing
I filled up
you.
the bath.
Don't like having baths.
Real hot and full.
Sign up to the Patreon, everybody. She don't like washing her hands, neither.
I do like washing my hands. I just don't like drying them. And I got in the bath and it was nice and hot and full and I'd put all the different salt things in and I switched on the jacuzzi and obviously no one's used the jacuzzi for a while because it just gushed a load of dust and dirt out into the bath. And I was just like, ugh. Then I had to get out, have a shower, wash the bath out, start again. It was really disappointing.
That does sound horrible.
But there is a candy station in the foyer of the hotel.
Oh.
Yeah. That's pretty rad, isn't it? Every time you go downstairs, you can just pick up a bowl of sweets. Nom, 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 nom. Top 5 video games you've ever played. Go.
No, go on then.
This is the episode. It's top 5s. It's top 5s.
Top 5s. Okay.
Yeah.
Top 5 video games ever. Call of Duty Black Ops. Got to be up there.
Phenomenal Ops?
Game. Black Ops.
Oh. That's a different game.
Call of Duty Black Ops.
They're trying to do some image. It sounds like a fun game. I would play it, but
then what else?
Echo the Dolphin, obviously.
Far Cry 4, very good. Minecraft, I suppose, probably time-wise.
Can't believe Civ said
5.
Descent.
Civ 5.
Yeah.
Probably the best game I've ever played. And
Plate Up 3? No,
Doesn't
wait.
exist.
What's it called? Cooks Serve Delicious 3.
No. Not that. Not that digital sertraline for me, thank you.
Have you been playing games with younger sister of the podcast?
We have on occasion. Last time we went to do games, we just ended up chatting, though. We don't really have a game at the moment.
Nobody's
played
been
a bit of
using the
Worms.
gaming message group.
Pardon?
Nobody's been using the gaming message group.
No, well, you're in Australia, as you know. Your husband doesn't reply to stuff.
No.
And so we just message each other.
Yeah, that's fair. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I would only whine about how I was being left out.
Yeah. When you're not here, nobody pushes it so hard, though. We did have Thursday games going for a little bit, but that's dried up.
Oh. That's sad.
Yeah. What about you? What are your top 5 video games then, Laura?
Oh, The Sims.
Which one?
Overcooked.
Which one?
Well, Sims 4 or 2, I guess. I don't think I ever played Sims 3. I tell you, the one that really lives rent-free in my head is the Sims 2 expansion pack Making Magic.
That was Sims 1.
I loved hatching those dinosaurs.
That was Sims 1.
Dragons. Was it?
Yeah.
Oh,
that was the
good.
original Sims.
Oh, it was really good.
We had pets. We had making magic. And then I think
We had nightlife. I think that's how we got Sims Downtown. Like you could.
Oh yeah, Sims Downtown.
I just actually splashed out on the Sims 4 expansion pack, the Kings and Queens storylines one. Next time Judith's in town.
Really tragic.
Yeah, I actually bought it when I was in Adelaide and then I haven't played it at all. I don't know. That's probably a good thing. I've been too busy being the life and soul of everybody's party. How many games did I say?
1, maybe 2.
What else have I played? Oof, very few. I think it's a Cook Serve Delicious 3, Plate Up, Minecraft, Overcooked 1 and 2. That's 5.
Jesus.
Thing is, Ron, I don't really ever play video games on my own.
Then why did you suggest it as a topic?
I was asking you. Okay. I didn't say that video games would be the topic of the whole episode. Just top fives. Top fives. What are your top 5 fives?
Famous. I mean, it was the Fab Four, so not Fab.
Unless you include George Martin, the 5th Beatle.
I do include George Martin, so we'll say the Fab Five. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. The Beatles is one of your top 5s, yeah. Love that. What about the band 5?
I don't know any of them.
Slam Dunk the Funk.
No, that's the first time I'm hearing that.
We're the bad boys that you invite for dinner. Ain't got no manners because I eat with my fingers. Bad boys terrorize the neighborhood, and hound of the Baskervilles be up to no good. That was an actual line from one of their songs.
It doesn't make any sense.
No, it was very weird.
I've also never read any of the famous 5, so I'll scratch them from the record as well.
Oh.
And according to Alistair Beckett King and Eleanor Morton, it doesn't sound good.
I think they're pretty old school. I think they were adventure-y for back in the day. I think their main good thing was that they had 2 characters, one called Dick and one called Fanny.
Yeah,
and that's always going to be funny.
Johnny 5. I used to enjoy a bit of whatever that Short Circuit when I was a kid.
Oh, yeah? Number 5 is alive.
Yeah, Mum likes to say that sometimes, every now and again.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a pretty good one.
Mambo Number.
Yes, Ron. Now you're getting
That's
into good
a
vibes.
good 5.
Yeah. What about a high 5? Do you like a high 5? You're not a very high 5-y guy, actually.
No.
What about 4 times 5, which is the number of
actually, I really
amino
don't
acids
like
that there are?
That was nothing.
What? You said there were 20 amino acids.
Yeah, there are.
Yeah? Come on, Ron.
Do science or don't. Don't, ruin top 5 chat with 4 times 5 equals 20, the number of amino acids there are.
I didn't even have my notebook open. That was just off the top of my bonnet.
Well done. You remembered one thing.
God, you're rude.
No, I don't like high fives, especially in the modern climate, because you never know what someone's going for. Whether they want to dap
Too
you
many
up,
crickos.
or if they're going for the one-arm man hug and stuff, and
Yeah.
that's why I've started comically going for a very formal handshake. Really puts the distance in between you and them.
How do you comically go for a very formal handshake?
Well, it's just, you just wouldn't expect to be doing that with a friend after a pint. So,
right,
just,
I see.
Yeah. It's circumstantial. How many was that? The
5.
Beatles?
Don't know, because you took some out midway through.
Yeah, I'm locking in the Beatles, Mambo Number, Johnny. I'm still only on 3.
What about
half a Ben 10?
Finger discount?
I did have a steely phase, but
Yeah, you used to steal loads of stuff from Asda.
not from Asda, from
Yes,
Waitrose.
you did. When we used to shop together, you just didn't scan everything.
Oh, yeah. I used to do that Waitrose as well. You're allowed to steal from supermarkets. What else?
Channel 5?
I've been enjoying some of the journalism of Channel 5.
5.
I don't know Chanel number 5, no.
Oh.
5 a day. I like vegetables and fruits.
I haven't had any vegetables while I've been in Australia.
That's sad.
I'm fine though. I think vegetables is a lie.
I think that's 5 fives.
Yeah, all right.
What are your favourite 5s, Laura?
Oh, fucking hell, are there 5 more 5 things? Well, I think I would put the band 5 in because...
You've already thought of them, so that's
Yeah.
1 banked.
5 Live, because I quite like listening to the cricket coverage on 5 Live. Famous England cricketer Jack Leach went to school with you. Didn't. Actually, he was only born... Actually, no, he would have been at school. What, didn't he say he was born in 1994?
91.
Oh, so you would have...
So he'd have been in Meg's year.
Yeah.
Should we message Meg and see if she knows Jack Leach?
Yeah. Hey, youngest sister of the podcast. So who was Richard Fox? Anyway, so 5 Live. 5 the band. I really don't like 5 o'clock. Ron, put your phone down. You're not joining in anymore.
This isn't working.
You're not bantering.
I don't like... Oh, what time do you like, Laura?
Well, you're supposed to say, oh, why don't you like 5 o'clock? And then I tell you in an animated fashion.
Why don't you like 5 o'clock?
Because nothing good happens at 5 o'clock, does it? Like 6 o'clock, you can start thinking about dinner. 5 o'clock's just like, is it afternoon? Is it evening? It's just a bit bitty, 5 o'clock.
Sorry that we're not all part of the artistic liberal elite, Laura, but some of us finish work at 5 and it's quite a nice time of day.
Do you finish work at 5 o'clock?
No, I finish work at 5:30, but that's
Well, there
beside
you go
the point.
then. 5 is nothing.
5 is like when you basically stop working and you're just near your laptop for a bit.
I don't know if I've got any more 5s, Ron.
Well, I win 5s
Yeah,
then.
you win 5s. If this was a
1
game of
point
arrogance,
to me.
you would absolutely have won 5s. All right, do you want to do 10 minutes of science?
Sure, why not?
Don't ask me to recap last time, though, because that is just going to set us off for a lose.
You know what? I'm not in the mood for science now.
Oh, okay.
Because if you're not doing a recap, then it's going to be 10 minutes of me just going through the same thing again. So I don't want to do that.
That's fair, Ron. I don't want to do it either. Hey, I get to make tea in one of these like double glass cups here. And I'm too thick for these insulated cups because I pick it up and go, that's drinkable. No, you're just holding a vacuum and the liquid inside's very hot, you moron.
At least it keeps the tea nice and hot.
Yeah, it does. But it does expose my stupidity, which is sad. Sad for me. Sad bones. Sad bones, sad bones. Outside sads. You're not very... Are you hungry? What's going on with your little face?
No, it's you vetoed the lesson. Now you have to drive...
I just suggested some lesson and you said no.
Yeah, you suggested lesson because your replacement fell flat because you didn't have anything. When I suggest a mess around episode, I come bearing gifts.
I didn't know I needed to do a mess around episode until we got here, and it turns out I didn't want to look at any of that.
This is why it's better when I suggest a mess around episode because I have to prep the eps. So when I I don't want to, I can prep a mess.
Yeah. Well, why don't you just always have a mess prepped just in case?
No, I shouldn't have to do more prep.
No, it's not more prep.
That is more prep. You're asking me to prep more.
Top 5 things you wish your skin smelled like.
A deep lavender.
Oh, from a cream, or you've run through a lavender field?
That's not a part of the question.
Well, no, I'm just bantering, Ron. That's the game. It's not a game about perfect lists. It's a game about content development.
But you can't ask me to, like, if I knew that running through a field or a balm would give me this deep lavender smell that I crave, then I'd do it. But I don't know
can
how.
get you some lavender.
You can't get it the way I want it. And
then I think you want the field. I think you know your answer. Then you want the field.
No, I want it to be strong.
You want to did you ever make those lavender things to hang up in your wardrobe with grandma? Like, you want those implanted in your armpits, like it's plague times.
Yeah.
Well, let's make you some little lavender pouches to go in your pockets.
No, I'm not David Bowie. I'm not going to do that.
Why?
I don't want to.
Maybe
I'm not
you
David
should
Bowie.
be like David Bowie. Did David Bowie smell like lavender?
David Bowie famously, you know his massive bulge in Labyrinth?
Yeah.
That was a pouch of potpourri.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
That's really nice to know.
Because all the puppeteers were down by his waist, with the puppets above their heads. So he was like, it's hot under these lights. I've got sweaty balls, so I'm just gonna have
I
a bit
don't
of
want
potpourri,
you to smell
and it's gonna smell nice
dick.
for you. Yeah,
that's like I was reading the other day about the costume and makeup designer that does Gary Oldman on slow horses. Small slow horses. Slow horses. And they were like, yeah, he looks disgusting, obviously, but he smells incredible because of all the products that they use to make his hair look that greasy and stuff. And obviously he's quite a nice, fastidious guy, so he looks like this sort of gross curry, burps, farts, alcohol everywhere, but he smells fresh as a bloody daisy on those tiny slow horses. Little pygmy Shetlands, just taking their sweet time. Hey, do you remember that walk we did on New Year's Day in the real cold on the hills? That was nice. We found that spring. It wasn't New Year's Day, actually. It was
Boxing
just Christmas
Day.
time. Was it Boxing Day?
No, maybe it was the 27th.
Yeah, and we found that natural spring.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was fun. Did you make a wish?
No, was I supposed to?
I don't know. It feels like, now that I've said we found a natural spring out loud, I'm like, God, we should have talked to a fairy or something.
Should have made a wish.
Yeah, I didn't.
No.
Idiot, Laura.
No. I really like, and I'm not 100% sure exactly what causes the smell, but, you get, fabric softener that's called, jade, black lotus, and jasmine.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, and I like that smell.
So you like the smell of jade, black lotus, and jasmine, I guess would be.
I don't know which one of them it is, though. I think it might be jasmine.
Jasmine smells really good.
I like the smell of jasmine, maybe. I had a candle once that smelled like a coffee shop, but with notes of hazelnut and chocolate.
Ooh.
And mahogany. That was really good.
Yeah.
So those three. And then two more smells. Two more good smells.
That you specifically want your skin to smell like, though, Ron. It's not just good smells.
Oh, Jean-Paul Gaultier's Hom.
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 Yep. Always good to smell like hom.
That's what my skin does smell like.
Oh, yeah, and that is effectively the number one choice you've made for your skin to smell like.
Yeah, but I can't conceive of how to do the lavender thing, so...
I've given you 50 different answers, and all you've done is talk
You've
about
not even
David
given me a
Bowie's
top
knob.
5.
Top 5 ways to smell like lavender. I did. A cream, a balm, run through a field, sew a posset onto your penis. Hold little bunches of lavender under your arms. You would be quite stiff, but that's okay.
I came to
the
the table with the penis posset, and you. This is the first I'm hearing of balm. You suggested 3 at best.
All right, soaps.
Yeah, well, it's too late now.
You could grow your hair long and then weave lavender stalks into the braids that you would have if you had long.
That's fucking mental.
You'd have really stiff braids. It'd be great. Sticking out your head.
I'd look like a scarecrow come to life.
Yeah, but you'd smell delicious.
And then final smell, picking a smell. Just pick a smell, Neil. Oh God! And then you've got to do 5 smells. I don't
What
like this episode.
about
No, it's my smell.
bacon?
No, I don't want to smell like pork. That's weird.
Do you know one of my favourite smells is hot hair? I really like the smell of people having their hair blow dried or straightened.
That's odd. Get petrol.
Petrol? What, just so no one smokes near you?
I love the smell of petrol.
In the morning.
Reminds me of going on holiday.
Oh, like a ferry port.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Well, okay, so you want to smell like hot hair.
1 month. Whoop whoop. Can't wait to go on a ferry. Love ferries. Yeah, I would like to smell like hot hair. I also really like oud. You know that like sandalwoody smelling stuff? Oud. I like to smell like that.
I didn't know what that was until I watched a sketch recently that was, what if someone was doing a series of sketches where they took Christian Bale films but then replaced Christian with a different religion and then did that. So it's like, what if it was Muslim Bale in American Psycho? And then it was very good.
Yeah, all right, fun. So him, I do like to smell like a traditional coconutty suntan lotion. The Malibu one that used to have like a plastic string over the top. Love the smell of that.
I know the guy.
Yeah, that's always good. What else do I like? I like the smell of talcum powder, Ron. I'm not sure if you're supposed to use talcum powder anymore these days. I think it's carcinogenic, but I do like it.
Talcum powder is carcinogenic.
Well, I think there was a lot of debate over, like, should you be blowing, like, lots of very fine powder into the air and breathing it in?
Oh.
Yeah,
I do like the smell of it, though.
Yeah, it's delish. And what else do I like to smell of on my body? Oh, when I've made bread and my hair smells like bread. When you bake stuff in the house, especially in winter when you've got all the windows closed and it sort of seeps into you a bit and you smell like biscuits. I love smelling like biscuits. Mackie's ears always smell like
hot
biscuits.
biscuit hair.
Yeah. Not to be confused with my other one, which is just hot hair. 2 separate ways to enjoy the smell of hair. Well, thank you for listening to Lexx Education this week. We hope you've had a great time. Ron hasn't. He's cross because he only likes functional R groups.
No, it's just I like to when I want to do a mess around, I like to insult the listeners less by having more of a plan for it.
I didn't know I wanted to have a mess around, Ron.
It is so you don't often hear the end of a spate of good episodes come crashing down so viciously.
We're still in a spate of good episodes. This has been fun. Fun, I tell you.
Let us know in the comments, is the spate over?
Or is this the markiest of all episodes? Thanks for listening. We'll be back next week when we're catching up on some Patreon and we'll be back to the science. Boo. It's always hard to do science straight after history because history's so good. We need a little sorbet palate cleanser.
History's fine. We're spending way too long on Elizabeth I.
That's the subject. That's like saying we're doing too much science.
No, it's how long is it going to be this?
I don't know. I haven't read ahead.
Oh. That's no good.
Oh, now you've ruined the only good thing about the podcast.
What? What have I ruined?
Elizabeth I.
She's not that interesting.
Oh, all right. I like it.
Wow. All right. Top 5 sign-offs for a podcast. Go.
Bye. We hope you love us.
If you're out on the pod.
Virgins down. That's from the Elizabeth first episodes. I don't think I
Right,
actually used
okay.
it though, but I thought of it then, so I said it.
And from
suppose the one that
Belinda
we
and
do
the gang, goodbye.
And the one we do the most is, Ron, just say class dismissed.
Class dismissed.